it's Kat and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning back in, or if you're new and just stumbling across this video, hello, my name is Katrina. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys are all well and happy and safe and healthy. Today, I am going to be doing quite a highly requested video by you guys, and I'm going to be doing my updated everyday makeup look. Now this routine can take up to about like 30 or 40 minutes depending on how much of a perfectionist you are, which I am a perfectionist, so it tends to take that long, but I can sometimes get it done in about 15 minutes. Sometimes I just take out some steps, but other than that, this is what I do every single day. So although we're in winter, it's not a very wintry look. I am wearing a little bit of a darker lip lately, but other than that, it's all still quite bronzy and glowy and rosy, and I definitely associate that with summer and spring, but I think my heart is really in spring at the moment, so that's a bit why I'm just doing my makeup like this. So let me know in the comments below if you like this look and if you're enjoying using some of these products. If you do end up getting some or have them yourself, let me know your thoughts on these products. Honestly, they are all my holy grail products, and yeah, I think they make for a really great combo. I can't recommend them highly enough. Now, just quickly before we get into the video, please feel free to give this video a big thumbs up because it really helps and supports my channel. Make sure you've subscribed to my channel if you haven't done so already, and make sure you hit the bell for notifications every time that I post. I have a brand new camera which I'm trying out for the very first time today. It's the Sony Cybershot ZV-1 4K vlog camera. And it's a vlog camera, but I'm using it for makeup because I really want to see what the quality is like. And because I've got this new camera, I'm going to be filming so many more videos for you guys, so make sure you let me know in the comments what you want to see from me. And also hit me up in the DMs on Instagram because I really want to chat to you guys. I really want to get to know you guys. Let me know if you need any style advice, beauty advice, whatever you want. I want to chat and get to know you guys, so make sure you hit me up, and also check me out on TikTok. I've now got 135,000 friends on TikTok, which is so insane. Thank you so much. I can't believe it. And now without further ado, let's get into the video. Okie dokie, so starting off, I'm going to be priming my face. I don't necessarily use a primer, but I use this MAC strobe cream in the shade Pink Light because I still find that it leaves a really dewy and hydrated finish and just kind of helps my makeup to glide on really easily. So I use that. I'm just going to pop it on with my foundation brush because I don't really mind it mixing in with my foundation when I put my foundation on next. So I'm just going to pop a little bit on. You can see that it already leaves a bit of a sheen on the high points of the face, which is really nice. Now, we're in winter in Australia. It's not a super cold winter, it's actually quite warm, but it's still very dry, and so my skin is just drying out at the moment no matter how much I try to help it. So right now I've got a really red tip of the nose and I feel like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer right now. So whenever I have blemishes or something that I want to cover up, I always go in with the Benefit Boing Brightening Concealer, and it's just like more of a peachy, it's just more of a peachy shade, and I just take a tiny bit with a little concealer brush and just tap it on to the affected areas. Alright, and then I also go in under my eyes just to brighten the area, color correct a bit. You can already see like that eye as opposed to that eye, it just kind of wakens up the area a bit. Next I go in with my foundation, which is the Mega Max Selfie Skin, which is actually a foundation and concealer in one. I've got the shade MW7 Sunshine. That's what I use when I have a tan on. My tan is kind of fading at the moment, and usually I mix it in with Buff. I can't remember what, I think it's LC2 Buff, but I don't have any left at the moment. I need to go get some more. So I just squirt a little bit onto my brush. It's really full coverage, so you don't need a lot. I probably put too much on just then. So I just buff that out. It's great though because although it's full coverage, it doesn't feel super thick. Maybe when you first try it, you might think it feels a bit thick, but once you buff it out a bit, and once you've put the rest of your makeup on, you really can't feel it. Also, I just blend it down my neck a bit because sometimes my tan comes off a bit easier around my neck, and so I really want it to blend down into my décolletage, my chest. So I do just take it down a bit. Next up, I go in with my Fenty Beauty Sticks. You guys are gonna be like, why do you do this much makeup every single day? But you guys wanted to know what I do every single day, and this is what I do. So I've got the shades Mocha, Bamboo, and Trippin'. I got them as the Matchsticks trio. I think it's medium. So first up I go in with Mocha, and I'm gonna contour my face. I always go under my lip to just make it seem a little bit bigger. And then I do my... And also at the side of my eyes, just to lift my face a little bit. So that is what I do. I'm just gonna go ahead and buff it out with my foundation brush as well. I literally use this thing for everything. And then for my nose, I go in with the Morphe M173. It's like a little mini buffing brush. Or at least that's what I call it. I just kind of push it out the sides like this and then up and into my eyebrow. I like to try and lengthen the bridge of my nose as much as possible and then widen it here at the tip, because I find that the tip of my nose is a bit round, and so I want to try and lengthen it more and outwards like that rather than, I don't know if that's making sense. I keep looking in my viewfinder. I'm so sorry. This new camera has a viewfinder to the side and I keep looking in it because I'm like trying to figure out what I'm doing, and I'm sorry in advance if I keep looking at the viewfinder. I really want to look at you guys, but it's so distracting. Next up, I go in with Bamboo, which is the lighter shade. And I just add some highlights to everywhere that I want to be highlighted. So bridge of my nose, my little T-zone, and my chin and my cupid's bow. And then what I also do is I go under the contour here because I get really veiny cheeks, and even the full coverage foundation, it covers a lot, but still not enough for me because it is an insecurity of mine. So I do go in with that, and then I also put it just around the sides of my mouth because I do like to lighten that up a bit. I do find that sometimes it can cause it to crease a little bit more, so I try not to put too much, but I do find that it just does look a bit nicer because I do have like those darker veiny areas around my mouth. So yeah, that's everywhere I think. Oh, and I usually put a little bit on my eyes too. Next up, I take a little sponge and I don't even wet my sponge. I know you're supposed to, but I don't like having wetness on my face. Like, I just don't want anything to move. So like I never use a finishing spray or anything. Next I go in with Trippin', which is this gorgeous like shimmery peachy color. And so just putting that on the apples of my cheeks. I always smile when I do anything to do with blush, just to find those apples on my cheeks. I just blend that out a bit. Next, told you guys this is a big routine, but it's literally what I do every single day. Next I'm going in with the Tarte Shape Tape, and it's the shade 16N Fair Light Neutral, and I literally use the tiniest bit, so I just scrape it all off because it's really full coverage and really runny as well. So I just put a tiny bit, a little bit up here. I literally put like a speck on the nose. Can't even see it. And then Cupid's bow and chin. I always see so many like makeup artists and stuff use a lot of this product, and I'm like, how the heck do you feel comfortable with that much makeup on your face? Like, I don't want to feel my makeup. And it's a great product. It really does highlight tremendously, but it's just too much if you're like completely covering under your eyes. I also try to keep majority of this up here to help with lengthening the bridge of the nose. Like the more lightness that I'm bringing in closer to that contour line, it's gonna like snatch the nose. So I do that, and also I want to try and keep a lot of it down this way rather than widening it out that way, because if you don't know already, lighter colors help to widen and darker colors help to lengthen. So if you have a bit of a wider face, like a rounder face like me, I don't know if I have a round face or like a heart-shaped face, but I like to try and lengthen my face as much as possible rather than widen it. So that's why I take this, that's why I take my concealer in like so, and it still lightens under the eyes, and we've already used like a more natural highlighter underneath just to kind of really keep that nice and awake. Alright, next up I'm using one of my Holy Grail products, which you guys probably know already, but it's the Maybelline Shine Free Loose Powder in the shade Light, and I just pop that into the lid. Not too much, but just enough. And I'm just grabbing a powder brush. This one's from Mecca. I'm pretty sure it's like one of their Mecca Max or Mecca Cosmetica brushes. I don't know. And I'm just brushing that onto my face, setting everything down, keeping it nice and matte. I do like a bit of a dewy look, which is why I don't put too much on, but I also don't want to look shiny, you know, like you don't want to look shiny and sweaty. So that's why having a matte powder like this is ideal. You need it to set it down. And also when you put your other powder products on your face, you need that powder base to be able to move your products around. Otherwise it's just going to look really muddy. Next up I'm taking the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Duo Palette. I've got the shades Lyric and Shadow Play, but I'm just taking Shadow Play, which is the contour. I'm just gonna take that under my cheekbones just to enhance that hollowed cheekbone look. It's super light, super subtle, but it still makes a difference, or at least to me it does. Next up I go in with the MAC Give Me Sun Mineralized Skin Finish, and I'm just gonna bronze up my face. This is probably my favorite part. I love bronzing up my face, especially as someone who is naturally very pale. Oh my god, my foot is like completely going numb. I don't know what's going on. And I do take it on the sides of my nose very lightly. Okay, next up I'm going in with blush, and yes, I know we already put a cream blush on, but we're gonna put 2 more powder blushes on because that's just what I do. So I've got the Too Faced Sweet Peach Glow palette here. You can get the blush just by itself, but I originally got the Glow palette, and both of these, the bronzer and the highlight, they both cracked and fell out. So it was a very sad day, especially because it wasn't cheap. And I had been looking forward to that collection for so long. But yeah, I lost it pretty early. But this blush has lasted forever. I've had this since 2017. Yeah, so like 3 years, and I wear it like every single day. I just don't put a lot of it on because it is quite shimmery, and also like, I don't know, I just don't like to have too much on. So says the person who puts 3 blushes on. Anyway, I'm just going to be smiling, putting it on the apples of my cheeks. Ta-da! And next I'm heading in with the Pony Cosmetics Unicorn Candy Blushing Powder. It's actually an ombre, which is so cool, but I just kind of go straight in the middle. This one is quite pigmented, so you only want to put a little bit on your brush, even blow a little bit off, because you really don't want to just like shove a big pink spot on. But I really love this shade, like just, it's such a candy pink and I love it. So I always put it on top of the peach. So I'm just gonna lightly tap that on. Make sure that I don't end up with big pink circles on my cheeks. But I do love blush. I think it is very sweet and it keeps your look very youthful. And so that is the blush. You know what, guys? I have a little bit of a skin smoothing filter because I really wanted to see what it looked like because I haven't used this camera yet. And so I put like the standard one on, and I just want to make sure that you guys can actually still see what I'm doing. I don't want it to like be blurring out everything. Like, I'm happy to just turn it off, but I just wanted to see what it looks like on camera. So if it looks horrible, I'll just never post this. Next, I'm going in with highlight. So I have got the MAC Extra Dimension Skin Finish in the shade Show Gold. It's like a pinky gold, iridescent type of shade. It's quite shimmery, got a bit of glitter in it. And so I love putting this on because it's really rosy. Like, I love having pink on my face. I think it's really nice and youthful. I say youthful even though I'm only 23, but you know. She goes in with another highlighter. So I've got just this little sample of the Becca Champagne Pop, and it literally lasts forever because you don't need a lot of it. So yeah, I'm just tapping a little bit on and then popping it on top. I just feel like it just gives that extra boom, that extra wow factor. And yeah. And then I also use this with my fingertip, and I just put it on the tip of my nose and the top of the bridge, as well as my Cupid's bow. Okay, so next up I'll go in and do my eyebrows. I've already done a whole video on my eyebrows, and they do take like, they probably take the longest to do out of my whole routine. So I'm just gonna do that off camera so that this video doesn't go forever. So if you wanna see how I do my brows, I'll leave the little link thing up here and you can click on that, but do that after this video, please. Okie dokie, so brows are now done. And now I'm gonna head in with the P. Louise base in the shade Rumor 2. And I'm just gonna pop a tiny bit of that onto the back of my hand. Just taking the same brush that I used for the brightening concealer earlier. It's like the same color, so I just kind of used the same brush. I'm just gonna take it under my brow. Just to carve it out, but in a more natural way. I don't like it when brows are like really sharp. Like, you still want them to look natural. So for my crease, I just take this fluffy blending brush and I take the same bronzer that I used earlier and I just sweep that into my crease. Next up, I take this little pencil brush and I take the same bronzer and I just run it under my eyes just to warm it up a bit. Then taking that same brush that I just used, I am going in to the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. I'm taking this shade, which is Nectar, and it's quite a peachy highlighter shade. I'm just taking that under my brow bone. And then I go into the Mellow Cosmetics Treasure Chest palette and I take the shade Smoked Topaz. Same brush again. And I'm just gonna pop that on my lid. I love how shimmery these shades are. They're honestly the best if you want just like pretty shimmers. The colors are stunning. But if you want just like a color that really does show up, then Mellow Cosmetics is where it's at. And then I go in with Crystal, which is this white shimmer down here, and this is honestly like the best part of my routine. And I just pop that into the inner corner. Bang. Isn't that fun? Like that. Or that. That. Or that. Okay, Okay, then for mascara, I'm taking the Maybelline Falsies Lash Lift. I often use the Pony Cosmetics White Night mascara, but I'm running out of it. So lately I've been using the Falsies Lash Lift. I wish I had the waterproof version. I'm pretty sure there's a waterproof version of this. That's my only downfall on this product. Otherwise, other than that, it is like so good. Like, look at that compared to that. Okay, so that is my lashes. Now for lips, I had a really good routine, but now I've like run out of everything. So I was using, you guys would know it from like the last few months of my Instagram. So I was using the Lip Heroes waterproof lip liner in the shade Nude For You, as well as the Lip Heroes matte lipstick in the shade Natural Hero. And then I would add the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in the shade Fussy, and that was just my routine. But now I've run out of both the lipstick and the lip liner, so I really need to stock up on those because it was honestly the best lip trio ever. So instead, the last few days I've been using my old lip combo that I used to do like over a year ago that I just totally forgot about because Lip Heroes just came into my life and it never ended until like last week. So I'm using the MAC lip pencil in the shade Soar. I'm just going to line my lips. I always overline my Cupid's bow and I just kind of lightly overline the rest of my lips, but I always find that overlining my Cupid's bow makes my lips appear bigger. So I guess you'll see. And then I color them in on the corners. Then I go in with the Mellow Cosmetics liquid lipstick. So I've got the shade Ibiza first, and then I go in with Rome. So Ibiza, I'm just going to pop along. And then just to make it a little more rosy, I go in with Rome. So I'm just gonna pop like a tiny bit in the center on both lips. I just tap it out. And that is my everyday makeup look. Ta-da! So that is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure that you give it a big thumbs up and make sure that you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and make sure you hit the bell for notifications every time that I post. All of the products will be linked in the description box below so that you guys can shop your little hearts out. Make sure that you comment what you want to see from me next or in future videos, whether it's beauty, fashion, chats, challenges, whatever you want to see, let me know. Hit me up in my DMs on Instagram. I'm at Katrina J West. I always want to chat with you guys. Also hit me up on TikTok. I am loving TikTok at the moment. It's so fun and so crazy and silly, and it's great to get a bit creative in that way. So yeah, make sure you follow me on both Instagram and TikTok. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.